being with yourself. Name it as meditation if you choose. Is something which is effortless and instantaneous. Being with yourself, who you are, is instantaneous. There is no struggle, no effort needed to be with your own self. Whereas there is a lot of struggle to hold on to something which you are not. Because all those things are continuously moving, changing, and never steady. Just see an example. The whole landscape in which the space is instantaneous. You don't have to look for space, search for space. Always same, everywhere, and constant. There is no change. Whereas all the changes are happening in the space. The air, the fire, the water, the earth, the trees, mountains, rivers, everything that is existing is in a form, constantly changing. To be with the space, you don't have to struggle. But you cannot be with the creation, all the forms, as they are at all times, because the forms are fragile, continuously aging, changing, growing, dying. Same thing also in relation to silence. Just see that silence is effortless. To speak, you need to put forth an effort for any sound to be created. Whether you make it, the birds sing, the waterfall, or any sound, it has to be produced. Effort is needed. Silence, effortless. So easy to keep track of silence, always as it is. The sounds are continuously changing. And if you see this principle, the space, the formless, has no resistance to any form that is existing in its endless. Silence doesn't crave nor resist any type of sounds. That includes your physical body and the words that are spoken through the body. Your body, like any other form, is continuously changing. Space surrounding your body, always the same. The space has no resistance to the presence of your body, nor it craves that your body should be there for all times to come. Thus, as the Upanishads will declare, Dhayadeva Prithvi, Dhayadeva Samudra, the creation is always in meditation. The body has no willingness to continue forever, nor the body resists its changing, dying disposition. The space doesn't crave for its existence, nor it resists its presence. There are no emotions in the physical universe. Always in meditation. Same way silence has no resistance to any sound, including what is spoken to this body. So everything always in meditation. Listen, please. Now shift your attention to yourself. When you close your eyes, memories are there. As even outside. The moment you open your eyes, there are two things: the formless space and all other forms. The moment you close your eyes, there are also two things: formless consciousness, the memories that you are conscious of. Just as in outside, the space has no resistance to the forms or crave for the forms. You are the awareness for itself, the consciousness, Chetana, has no resistance to the appearance of any thought, nor does it crave a thought. Call it inner space, call it inner silence. Principle is same, the consciousness has no resistance to any thought that passes, nor there is craving. Thus, the physical universe outside, the inner universe, use that example. Everything in all dimensions grows and is subtle, always in meditation. Listen carefully. consciousness, you clearly recognize there is no voice of craving or resistance until the I thought begins. See it in all dimensions, completely the outside, external most of the space has no resistance or craving for the forms that it accommodates. Now come to your sense organs. Their ears have no resistance to a sound, nor craving for a sound. This has to be both. The skin reports the coldness, the heat, the sensations of touch, no craving, no resistance. The eyes report the forms. Eyes do not discriminate, resist or crave. So too tongue recognizes the tastes. Tongue has no resistance or craving. Nose reports every type of smell, fragrance. Now shift yourself. Awareness, consciousness has no resistance to any type of thought, be that of the sound, touch, taste, sight, smell, all the memories of every kind. Everything does always in meditation. In this total stillness, as Shankara will describe, Nistaranga Jalarasi Jala, the shoreless ocean of waveless existence. And waves of resistance are craving. The shoreless ocean of your existence. You can catch the I thought, which craves and resists within, and it extends to your sense organs, to your body, and to the sense-object universe. Without this I thought, there is no resistance, no craving, no emotions of any kind, no likes, no dislikes. Ask yourself, are you with that name, this I? Or you are the nameless, the being? Name it anything you choose. You have no name. You are not a name. You have no everything in this existence. Can we go back, see that primeval state, continuously existing, a nameless existence, until you name it. The names are not natural. Names are given. The names are given by the one who has picked up a name, the I. We do need the names for communication, description. Definitely not to lose ourselves. Listen, please. In fact, the seed friends right away. You cannot lose yourself in any name. Billions and billions of names until you lose yourself in only one name, the I. In other names you cannot get lost. Say riches, poverty, childhood, youth, old age, hunger, hatred, jealousy. It's just existence until you say, I am a child, I am rich, I am poor, I. You are lost in that word I, not knowing its own meaning. You lose yourself in every name. So there is no need, please see friends, to fight with anything in this universe. No names to be dismissed. Only one name to be understood. The see and be. The meaning of the word are. We don't need that name to be. As we saw yesterday, in perception, the object has no desire to be perceived. The flower doesn't have a desire to be seen or smelled or touched. The sense organs, the eyes, ears, skin, tongue or nose have no desire of their own to perceive or not to perceive. Perception effortless. You sit down with the eyes open, perception natural. Smells will reach you. Touches will reach you. Heat, cold will reach you. Sights always there. You can't escape smell because you have to be alive, and that for that you have to breathe. To keep yourself alive, you have to eat. Taste you cannot escape. Perceptions are natural, and therefore impressions, thoughts also, are a natural byproduct of perception. All these happen in the presence of awareness. As you don't need to say, I see. To see with your eyes You don't need to say, I hear, to hear with your ears. You don't need to say, I see the flower, for the flower to exist. Same thing with you. You don't need to think, I'm conscious, I am thinking of a thought to be. You don't need to say, I am conscious, to be consciousness. In this, how blissful it is, always in meditation, being yourself where you are. There is no reason to fight with the thoughts, to dismiss, to invoke. Nor there is any need to dismiss the sense organs, sense objects, deny or dismiss the perceptions. You don't need to deny anything, nor do you need to assert anything. For you to be yourself, who you are. Who you are is not a condition. Comfort, discomfort, a condition. Loud sound, whisper, condition. Different types of sensations are conditions. Memories, thoughts of many kinds, conditions. Emotions, desire, greed, jealousy, fear, anxiety are conditions. Consciousness, being yourself, is not a condition. Unconditioned, unconditionable. Effortless, natural existence. See the beauty, the simplicity, the innocence, and the blessings of this dimension. But no more there is a struggle to do or not to do, to be or not to be, to have or not to have. But to be yourself. There is no role dependence. Listen carefully. For you to be who you are, there is no role dependence. No dependence on a book, verses, ideas, gurus, gods, parents, people, even on your own physical body or your thoughts. All conditions exist, but you are not conditioned. Body is existing, mortality comes with it. But you are neither the body nor you are mortal. Memory is past. Emotions have yet to disappear. Who you are, the awareness is not dependent upon the presence or absence of the thought. The presence or absence of the emotion. Sada me samatvam namuktirna bandha chidananda rupa shiva shiva. Sada me samatvam. I'm always the same. Sameness is me. I am not same. Sameness is me. In the sameness, awareness, name I is not required. Namuktirna bandha. There is no bondage, no liberation. You observe, there are limitations. The limitations of the relative world, the body, the senses, the individual object. Limitations will exist, but you are no more limited. You are the same limitlessness in and through all limitations. Be the limitless. Enjoy the limitations. Be the immortality. Enjoy the mortality. Chidananda rupa shiva shiva. Days will change, nights will come and go, seasons will pass, physical body shall move from childhood to youth to adult age to old age, ultimately fading away in the creation. The thoughts too shall appear and disappear. You are constant. No seasons can affect you. No time touches you. No thoughts affect you. Nainam chindanti sastrani, nainam dahati bhavaka, nachainam predayanti apa. Sosheti Maruta Acchedyo Adayo Akledyo Ashashyayacha Nitya Sarvagata Sthana Ajaloyam Sanatana. No weapon can clip it. The fire cannot burn it. Water cannot drown it. The earth cannot bury it. Uncuttable, unburnable, undrownable, that cannot be buried. Nitya Sarvagata Sthan, eternal. The time will not be. Time is not. The timeless existence, Nitya. In and through everything. Immobile, no movement. Eternally fresh. You don't have to invoke this condition. It's already there. No teacher, no scripture can give it. Nobody can deny it. It should be. It's a blessing to come across this. Scriptures and the Guru, the teacher, facilitates this understanding. It reminds us of our nature, who we are. When you hide, again there is no dependence on a teacher or a scripture. An idea, a book, or a word, a practice. And no more dependence of any kind. To be yourself. Be yourself. There is no dependence of any kind. To keep yourself alive, you may depend on many things. To be alive in this world, those are all relative dependence. But no more. It takes away the absolute freedom that you are. Depending, you are not dependent, because ever independent you are. Like your body is, living in the body, mortal, yet you are immortal. Sukhe na sukhi na dukhi. There is comfort, but you don't assume the role of being comfortable. Vikshite na vikshita, viksheve na vikshita. There are projections, changes, but you are no more changing with the changes. It's like you are the water in and through the rising waves and falling waves. The waves rise and fall. The water is a constant in every rise and fall of the wave. Water doesn't rise or fall, always is. The waves of thought, the waves of this physical body, the elemental waves, immobile awareness. Always in meditation. Always tell you, saying Om or opening the eyes is the end of meditation. Please remember that again and again. You must see it again and again. Closing the eyes is not beginning of meditation. Closing the eyes symbolizes suspending your perception for some time. You are always in meditation. When you open your eyes, that's not the end of meditation. It is resuming your perception to act, to live in this world. Therefore, you have no resistance to living, acting, perceiving, achieving, doing what you would like to do in life. But your being who you are is no more dependent upon your seeing, or hearing, or touching, or tasting, or smelling. There is no such conditions apply that you should see or not see, experience or not experience. That's your choice. To be who you are, no conditions apply. So opening the eyes is not end of meditation. Always you remain who you are. Your body moves, thoughts are used, perception takes place. You are meditation, living in meditation. Every perception, meditation. Every experience, meditation. Meditation is not an isolated perception, isolated experience. That is where if you want to make it an extraordinary experience, something very exclusive, spectacular, you shall be deceived, disappointed in life. The most commonplace, easiest thing to be. Meditation is easy, like silence. Very easy. Sound. To produce the sound of an instrument, you have to make that instrument, bring the strings, learn how to play. What a headache. Therefore, shall we say you should not have the string instrument? No. Enjoy the silence. Listen carefully. Very simple principle. Enjoy the silence. Why? Because when listening to music, even though it looks like you are interested in music, what is really interested in is where the music takes you. Listening to music, suppose you don't lose yourself in yourself, your thoughts are not forgotten, you will hate it. You are not interested in sounds, you are interested in silence. Are you interested in food or in satisfaction? Think. Are you interested in a fragrance, smell, or where it takes you? Are you interested in a touch or where it leads you? Are you interested in words ultimately every perception, every sound, touch, taste, smell, sight begins with yourself and ends up with yourself. In between the individuality, the I remains obsessed with a particular perception, particular sensation, particular thought, particular memory. Individuality limited, and it creates a little prison inside a thought, becomes a prisoner of a thought, prisoner of a concept, prisoner of an idea, all in the name of freedom. I'm very happy. Why? Because I'm very rich. What a bondage. I'm very happy because I'm a renunciate. What a waste. You are a prisoner of poverty, renunciation, or you are a prisoner of riches. You are a prisoner of a book, an idea. Ask yourself, if everything is taken away from you, and which will be one day taken away, this body is not yours. I say your body doesn't care for you. The body is changing with the changing universe, not with your willingness or unwillingness. Are you getting that point? This is so simple. That is a observe, observe, observe. We shall learn a lot. Yesterday we had been to the beach in the afternoon. In the evening, when this, the lunar eclipse, it is so sweet. Today they have named it as blood moon, because it was brown color, blood moon. So it was beautiful, sitting down there. And when the eclipse cleared, the shadow moved, bright light. And as we were sitting on the beaches, on the beach, there is a path of light from the shore to the horizon, broad path. A beautiful point came. I was sharing with some people there. A beautiful path. We are sitting down there, we see this path. Do you mean to say the other man who is sitting down 100 feet away is not seeing it? Whoever, wherever, they are seeing a path. Because the whole ocean is lit up. But we can't see the whole ocean lit up. We can see only something in front of us. Consciousness like that. You are conscious, I am conscious, but we think, in my head, I am in your head. Consciousness is not in my head or in your head. It is everywhere. That is why you don't carry your consciousness, you move in consciousness. Like you don't carry your space. There is no personal space. Think, friends. Do you understand? And when you see that for yourself, the consciousness that you are, who can touch it? Who can touch it? Even the mighty universe surrenders. The universe can threaten me like the local gunda can threaten me. I'll kill your body. Why am I afraid? Because this man is going to kill my body. If the local fellow doesn't do that, time will do it. Time will do it. You never know. When? Do you know? Think, friends. A person in Russia, he was a Jewish monk. The story is like that. Russia, Jewish, not the human being make the story like that. You feel like. But nowadays, any word is all misunderstood. Any word you say. You can't say, previously we were talking this fellow, like what is that? ASHTAVAKRA GITA. I'll come back to that Russian story, okay? Let me know. The ASHTAVAKRA GITA, ASHTAVAKRA, when it comes into Janaka's court, I told in the first class, right? Janaka's court, when he comes in, everybody starts laughing. And what Janaka, ASHTAVAKRA tells to Janaka? Janaka says, ASHTAVAKRA says, O king, emperor, I came to your place to meet some great learned scholars, but I see some chandalas, those who deal with the leather and the bone, skin and the bone. Because looking at my size, the way I am walking, they are laughing at me. They don't understand the wisdom. Now, even this statement can put you in jail in today's generation. Chandala, so you are telling Paraya, right? Right or wrong? So why bring in Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Krishna, I'm not interested. Anyway, ultimately all the divisions disappear. Unless you want to keep it going. One joke comes to my mind. I'll tell it and go back to the Jew. Okay. One fellow was walking. So funny, so funny. The fellow was walking and he saw one man has got a lot of sheep, okay? SHWP, lambs. So he asked, how much water these guys drink? He says, are you asking about the white ones or black ones? All right, white ones. Oh, they drink 12 gallons a day, let's say, 4 gallons a day. What about the black? Same amount. All right, how much grass they consume? Are you asking about black or the white or the black? White. There are too many of the white, no, black is too little, no. White. How much they eat? 4 pounds or 4 kilos of grass a day. What about the black? Same amount. How much wool they give? Black or white? The man asked, black or white? White. Yeah, almost 4 kilos. What about the black? The same amount. This man got intrigued. He said, why are you asking me every time? When I am asking how much water they drink, how much grass they eat, how much wool they give, why are you asking me black and white and then say same? He says, that is because white sheep are mine. What about black? That is also mine. The fellow must maintain a division. Just for fun, if you maintain division, it is fantastic. Divisibility, division, dvaita, duality is for fun. Imagine from top to toe you are one something, only one head. Eyes all over your body. You understand? Everything is one. What is everything is one means what? All jumbled up. There are no divisions, no trees, no mountains, no nothing but one solid lump of earth. What do you want? You like it? Childhood finished. Or youth stuck. Changes, duality. You understand a marvelous existence. You must know how to enjoy. Revel. Don't blame duality. Don't blame mortality. Which immortality doesn't need a body. Do you understand? Immortality doesn't need a body. Immortality doesn't need a thought. Immortality doesn't need a role. That is why, if you really grasp it, it is so sedate, uninteresting, so simple, in a sense, useless existence. But so beautiful. Why? Because only when you appreciate the immortality, mortality becomes exotic. Or else mortality invokes fear. Mortality shall invoke fear if you have not understood the immortality. If you don't understand the certainty, absolute certainty, uncertainty you will not enjoy. Life is uncertain. Do you remember which story I was going to tell you? Okay, the Jew. Don't worry, I remember it. Just I'm planning it. Okay. So the person, what is it, called a Jewish monk or whatever, called as a monk, okay, forget this or that. So he was going from his place to he was going to walking on the street. Every day he goes to the local, call it temple, mosque, whatever it is. He goes to his local place. He goes there. Then, one policeman who has been also working in there, local police fellow, he has been watching him going every day. After 20 long years, one day, he asked the fellow, "Where are you going?" He asked, listen carefully, "Where are you going?" This man says, "I don't know." And the policeman got really knocked off. He said, "What do you know? You don't know. I'm seeing you for the last 20 years, you are going. And what do you say you don't know?" He said, "Yeah, I don't know." The policeman thought this fellow is really arrogant. Pulled him up, pushed him into the jail, prison, tied him down. And when he's locking, the old man looks at him and smiles and says, "Did I not tell you, I don't know? I was going to, where are you going? I don't know." Listen carefully, friends, you think it over. Where are you going? You may say relatively you are coming here, but how do you know? There will be a stone you hit and you end up in hospital. What are you doing? Marrying. How do you know? Tomorrow, divorce, finish, affair, misery, children no born, there is nothing. Misery. Or, what are you doing? Getting married. Wonderful, everything happens. Job. Where are you going? Job. What all things are waiting after that, how do you know? What are you doing? I'm going for self-knowledge, self-awareness. Vedanta, meditation. What all things will happen? Listen carefully. All these uncertainties shall be wonderfully enjoyable only if you know the certainty about yourself as to who you are. Immortality adds a spice to mortality. That is why Bhagavan Yamaraj so beautifully says no in Kathopanishad. Mrityutasya upasechanam. When Nachiketas, one who is aware of himself, for him death becomes a pickle. Upasechanam means pickle. Death becomes a pickle for the one who has appreciated the deathlessness. Why is it like that? What is pickle? Proves Yamaraj lives in South. Because in South India there are a lot of pickles. Anyway, I'll tell you a story. Don't worry. Then that also, if somebody says, "Why South India is a pickle?" I don't know, pickle lovers only. North Indians also do it. Okay, withdraw. Do whatever you like. Okay. Just think of it. Now this media, this nonsense has made it impossible for you to talk. Anything you say, there are unemployed, unemployable people sitting down there in the name of employment to find meanings which you have never thought of. innocent things you do, they shall find motives. Why? Because they have to keep their job going, no? Which otherwise would have passed. Like many things were passing before. You mean to say people were not dying before? Many things were happening before you know it. Now, blow by blow reporting. Hello, I am just going on the ladder to the plane. Now I am seated. Now they are announced. Now the plane is leaving. They are asking me to switch off. The moment it comes up, now it has landed. Where are you? Who needs this blow by blow reporting from your own correspondent? From your own special correspondent. There are no special correspondents. Say idiots, you understand? How is the life going or not going? Believe me, I am not telling you joke, friends. Can you do that now? Like cell phone holidays, internet holidays. What holidays? Dump it. See once in 3-4 days. You are never seeing life was going or no. Choice is yours. If it doesn't interfere with your being who you are, continuously you do what you like. Nobody has to give you an injunction, an instruction. But if there is some obsession getting in, you better watch out, friends. And if you get obsessed, of course you don't understand the truth for yourself. But please, Yamaraj. Mrityusasya upasejanam, the death becomes the pickle for the man who recognizes the immortality. Why? Because when you are eating sweet, nice rasgulla, fantastic rasgulla, best sweet you are eating, how much can you eat? After 2-3, the tongue is tied. Take a little pickle and put it on your mouth, ready for the next 2. Without the death, life will not be enjoyable. Imagine, the class begins, never ends. Will you come? Will you come? You may come, because maybe you have nothing else to do, or you see other people suffering, you enjoy other people suffering. Who? The speaker. I will never come. Because I am the one who is doing the job. Talk, and it begins and never ends. Ayyo, vandappa. Why you enjoy anything? Because it comes to an end. Or it will come to an end. Listen carefully. Even a relationship, love, affection, you don't expect it to end, but it will come to an end. Because it will come to an end, make best use of it. Because it will come to an end, make best use of it. And if you learn how to make best use of it, it doesn't end. It doesn't end in desperation, frustration. It ends in fulfillment. Because while living, if you have enjoyed it so much, dying is not a discomfort. When you are here, we enjoy our company so much. Of course, both of us know it will come to an end. It ends. So what? I know my body cannot give me company all the time, but as long as my body is there, I make best use of it, give him the best health, enjoy this physical existence. Please see the beauty. Only when you know the certainty, the absolute security, surety that you are ever existing, uncertainty becomes a constant wonderment. It's like walking on a hill, on a mountain range. Every turn, new dimensions. Do you get bored? If you are a real climber, enjoy the trekking, do you feel bored? You don't know. Every turn, every step, new things are coming. But there is no fear of losing that turn. Why? Because it can come to an end. Everybody enjoys the excitement. But when it comes to an end, they finished. That does not happen to the wise man. One who is aware of himself, because in every perception, meditation. In every thought meditation, every moment of life, He is who He is. So closing the eyes, not beginning of your meditation. Opening the eyes, not end of your meditation. Are you getting that? You are in meditation. Choose to close your eyes. Choose to open your eyes. Read. Let us move with the verses. Verse number 98, please read. Okay, 97, 98, yeah, 98. Vikshepe pina vikshiptah samadho na samadhiman jadye pina jado dhanyah panditye pina panditah mukto yatha sthiti swastah कर्तव्य निर्भूतः समसर्वत्र वैतृष्ण्यात् न स्मरति अकृतं कृतं न प्रीयते वन्द्यमानः निन्द्यमानो न कुप्यति नैवोद्विजति मरणे जीवने नाभिनन्दति न प्रीयते वन्द्यमानः निन्द्यमानो न कुप्यति नैवोद्विजति मरणे जीवने नाभिनन्दति. It's amazing verses. As you saw yesterday, was first one. Vikshepepi na vikshipta. The see the beauty, the naturalness of it. What you see in this is, you don't have to change a condition to be who you are. Any time, any place, in any condition, you are who you are. Time doesn't have to change. Places don't have to change. Conditions don't have to change. You don't have to be young or old, healthy or sick, physically. Should not be a rainy season or a summer season or a winter season or a spring season. Even in mind, the presence or absence of thought, presence or absence of emotions also make no difference. It's like the waves rising, the water is rising. In every rising, the water is not moving, water is constant, water is same. If you look at the form rising, content see this. This is steady, no? It's a movie. Is it moving or steady? What is moving now? See, when you say moving, how many malas it becomes? How many Rudraksh mala it becomes? One. So whether it is moving or not moving, does it mean anything? Anything added because it is moving? Anything is taken away, it is not moving? Movement is apparent, where it looks like in childhood you have seen in a fourth standard science book. Where is the dotted lines, pendulum. Pendulum like this, then dotted line, movement. So dotted lines, dotted, Tom and Jerry. Animated, steady. So even when it is moving, it is steady. So steady or moving? Enjoy the steadiness and enjoy the movement. That is why when people suffer, ignorant people suffer is no problem. People who teach you to suffer, it's impossible, you can't get it. You are eating garlic, finished you are. You are married, hopeless. You have children, very difficult. You have got too rich, difficult, you can't. So poverty, there can be as much arrogance in richness, that much arrogance in poverty. I am a renunciate, worst type of arrogance. But we have been given that type of thing, ideas. And you stick to that. No. Please. Simple conditions, which are always there. But vikshipte, vikshepe vina vikshipta. In movement, immobile. Meaning, yesterday I told you, I thoughts, I sense doesn't come up to own it up. That I hope you remember that and you thought over it. Not just another picture, another sensation. If you have not done that, do it. See it inside. See the whole mechanism. Everything falls in its own place. Nothing is to be changed. Neither the creation, nor the body, nor your perception, nor your thoughts. Nothing. You don't have to remove the I thought to be yourself. What is that to remove the I thought? Should you remove the name from the apple for the apple to be seen? Should you forget the name apple to be for the apple? You understand what am I talking? Should you forget the name hibiscus for the hibiscus to be seen or remember? What nonsense. A name is just a convenience. That is why those days when great philosophers, somebody was saying, I don't want to tell the name of the guy, he dead and gone. Words, words, words. Scriptures are only words, words, words. What else should it be? Wordless, wordless, wordless. Then what scripture is that? And why are you afraid of words? Use it. Why are you afraid of life? Live it. Learn how to live. Why are you afraid of a name I? Not necessary. When you understand the meaning of the word. Because as we saw yesterday, that one word, what all confusion it can create. It drags. Changes are there. I am changing. Body is aging. I am aging. Thoughts are changing. I am changing. Painful thoughts. I am pained. Pleasant thoughts. You understand? That there is a thought is not a problem. That you drag it onto yourself is a problem. That there is mortality is not a problem. That I am mortal is a problem. That there is consciousness is not a problem. I am conscious is a problem. Because sometimes I am conscious, sometimes I am changing. Ahankar plays havoc. Knowingly, doesn't. That is, it must be tired of its games. You can make a poetry out of it. When you're tired and fall, you are falling on the ground on which you are dancing. Understand? And then you find your own strength. Continue to dance a little more time and die. Your physical body lasts for some time. Think. Living your roles, but always being who you are. So samadhona samadhiman, we saw that in Bindaris. Samadhi. You don't say I am in samadhi. Samadhi doesn't say that. Like apple doesn't say I am an apple. Creation doesn't say I am the creation. Body doesn't say I am the body. Samadhi doesn't say I am samadhi. Understand? Do you need descriptions? Ownership? Jadde pina jadodhane. Ignorance doesn't make him ignorant. You are aware of yourself. Relative ignorance will not go away. But no more you look down upon yourself, I am ignorant. You accept your ignorance. I know everything. Yasmin vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati syāt. Knowing which everything is as well known. Yet, I don't know what will happen next day. See the beauty? You are all knowledge, yet ignorant the next day. But that ignorance doesn't bring you helplessness. Panditya vina pandita. Lot of information you might have got, but you don't feel pandita. Why? Because what I know is nothing. What I don't know is enormous in a relative world. But absolute knowledge, yes. Consciousness here, there, everywhere. Super. Such a person, muktaha. Who is muktaha? Yathasthiti swastha. Other than definition. In a definition is yathasthiti swastha muktaha. Yathasthiti. Wherever, in whatever condition he is, swastha. Swasmin tishtati. In whatever condition, whether it is waking, you understand, he is perceiving, walking, running, jumping, childhood, youth, old age, whatever condition of the body, whatever the condition of the thought, swastha, swasmin tishtati, always abides himself. Whereas the average person lives in the body. So body is dying, I am dying, frightened. Hold on to a thought, hold on to a profession, hold on to a job, hold on to a person. Oh, but Swamiji, I don't do that. I am not challenging you. You ask yourself, do you feel challenged when something is gone from your life? Yes. Then I don't have to say you are stupid. You are. When you know nobody can take away nothing from you, or somebody can take everything from you, still doesn't matter. The time can snatch everything. You are not afraid. Swastha. With everything around, contented. With nothing around, contented. That's what it is. Contentment is not a condition. Contentment is not billions, or contentment is not renunciation. How beautiful. So what should you have to be happy in life? What role you must have to be happy in life? Who should you be to be happy in life? Yourself or anybody else? Just be yourself. You are the happiness, absolute. Let's see that. Kruta kartabhya nivruta. Kruta kartabhya nivruta. Now no more worried what is to be done or what is already done. Kruta kartabhya nivruta. No more thinking, I think I have so many things to do. Yes, you can say that I have so many things to do. What? Just out of a fulfillment. There is no such thing to be done. Like Bhagavan Krishna says beautifully in Bhagavad Gita, Partha nasti me kartabhyam. Trishu lokeshu kinchana. Nana vaptam vaptabhyam vartayevacha karmani. That is the principle. Hey Partha, me kartabhyam nasti, kartum yogyam. That this is something to be done. There is no such thing in my life. By doing which I shall be happy, or by not doing which I will be fulfilled. This is wisdom. I am fulfilled. To do or not to do anything is my choice. Trishu lokeshu kinchana, in past, present, future, waking, dream, deep sleep, Swarga, Martya, Padala, it doesn't matter. In all the three worlds, there is no such thing by doing which I will be who I am. Or by not doing which I will be happy. There is no such thing. Nana vaptam vaptabhyam. There is no such thing which is yet to be gained. Aptavyam, there is something to be gained. There is no such thing by gaining which I shall be happy or by losing which I will be happy. Meaning, as I am the happiness itself. Ananda Swarupa, Sukha Swarupa, Sat, Amruta Swarupa. That is my immortality, is my nature. To be existing, I don't need a body or a thought. So, Sama Sarvatra Vaitrushnya, since I'm so fulfilled within myself, such a person, Samaha Sarvatra, everywhere he enjoys the same fulfillment anywhere he go. Why? Vaitrushnyat, there is no Trushna, there is no thirst for achieving this or not having this. Ask yourself in a life, are you a fulfilled person? Yes. Why? Because God's grace, whatever I have wanted, I have it. So when whatever you have gone, God's grace gone, you will be in trouble. No, if you are saying, with God's grace, whatever I have, I am happy. In case everything goes, with God's grace, everything is gone. That also doesn't matter. There is a nice, interesting Indian story, again Indian, correct. There is a story. One fellow is a very, very devoted person, okay? He is a very devoted person. And he shall always, for Rama, 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 for everything Rama, like in Rishikesh you must have seen. When they, Bhandara, when they give it, they shall give, Annaram, Annaram, Annaram means Roti Ram, Roti Ram. And they don't say Roti. Roti Ram, Roti Ram, Roti Ram, Laddu Ram, Laddu Ram, Laddu Ram. 20 Laddus and we, but Roti Ram is wonderful. I mean, anyway, so everything is supposed to be Ram, Ram, Ram. Roti Ram, Laddu Ram, Sabji Ram. So he says, Payasam Ram. So it's all Ram. Very good. Nice, at least. Some speech it is there, one day fellow may wake up, who knows. Like in a sannyasi tradition, in Rishikesh, that the Hindi language is like that. They will talk to each other. They will not say, what's your name? No. आपको शरीर को किसी नाम से पुकार जाता है. You don't say, what is your name? Perenna. In what name you call your body? Very beautiful language, isn't it? If you understand, it's fantastic. If you don't understand, it's a garbage. It's a rubbish. It's a show off. Anyway, think of it. It's like the tribal jewelry. She doesn't, I don't know how to use that word, she doesn't bother about it. The millionaire putting on that, show off, simplicity. That's what it is. Laddu Ram, simple Ram. Okay? Now it has been so, people so complicated. Image. Mahadeva. So this fellow, anyway, he was a very devoted Ram. So one day he was going as he walking down going to the temple, Ram temple, then 4 thieves were coming. They had already stolen many things, so they could not carry it. So they pulled this fellow, carry it. So he is also carried. He is a very simple fellow. Whatever comes, he does it. He just put it, he took that thing and went. As they were going, the police fellows, some guards, they started running. So all the fellows started running. They are, habitual thieves. They know how to cross the terrain. But this fellow could not. So he was caught. So he was put into the jail. And then next day he was put before the judge. And he was charged for thieving, stealing. So now, judge asked, do you have anything to say in your defense? He said, yes. Ram willing, I left home. Listen. I left home. Ram willing, I left home. As I was going, Ram willing, 4 people came. Ram willing, these 4 people gave me something to carry. So Ram willing, I carried it. And then this guard started running. They ran away. Ram willing, I was caught. And then Ram willing, I was thrown into the prison. Now Ram willing, I am in front of you. This judge said, this fellow is mad, leave. Leave him alone. They left him alone. When he came back home, they asked, what happened? Ram willing, I was arrested. Ram willing, I am freed. Doesn't make a big story out of it. Are you a person like that, Ram willing? This man lives in his ignorance. Even in his ignorance, at least there is some type of a satisfaction. It doesn't matter. But if you are aware, conscious, every moment is meditation. You want to name it God? Nothing wrong. In fact, self, call it Ishvara, awareness, as Bhagavan says, Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutasasте. Hey Arjuna, I am the self in all the beings. Call it self, call it Krishna, call it Rama, call it Shiva, call it Hari, call it anything you like. All pervasiveness, the vastness, okay? Vishwarupa Darsana, I know I can't bring you that now here, but if you think of it, Ishvara, when you say Ishvara, everything. Not one name with one form, but the name for all forms. So in such a state, Sarvatra Sama. There is nothing to achieve, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. By Trishna, there is no Trishna, there is no thirst for anything in life, either to lose or to gain. Some people be thirsting for gaining something, some people also thirsting for losing something. Are you getting that point? If there is a desire to get something, then I will be happy, or there is a struggle to lose something, then I will be happy. Only if that person dies, it will be so nice. So until the other person's death, you are miserable. Huh? Only when this marriage comes to an end, I will be happy. Now you end the marriage, the law doesn't end. How beautiful. Switch out from the brain. Even when you are with the person, you are not with the person. Relationship. I am just talking about. You right or wrong, friends, think for yourself. How do you live in life? Sometimes you don't love the person anymore. Those days, in the hippie days, there was a very good statement, somebody wrote a poem there. It is so nice, listen carefully. It is so nice to wake up and no more to tell, I love you, when I love you no more. It's a very powerful statement. It is so comforting, so nice to wake up and no more to say, I love you, when I love you no more. If the person is there, your love is gone from inside. But don't you maintain one facade for the world? Can you maintain a facade like that? You no more love, you no more depend on your body, but you maintain the facade as though you are depending on the body. You no more depend on your brain, your mind, but no more you maintain a facade as though you are working with your mind. You no more depend on this creation, but you maintain a facade as though you are moving with this creation. Who shall know? Only you shall. Are you getting the difference, please? When you are at rest with yourself, then with what attitude you are moving in the world, only you shall know. Therefore, na akrutam krutam smarati, na smarati akrutam krutam, na smarati, never remembers. Krutam na smarati, akrutam na smarati. No more remembers what did I do or what I did not do. There is no such stuff. Many people die frustrated in life as to what all things I could not do. Miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. Or proud, what all things I did. Both are stupid. Who is the person who can do everything? To be proud that I have finished all that I wanted to do, I did. What is the all that I? So your all is meaning few. Your word all means few. You understand? The fellow who has expectation, 30% if I get, tremendous. The fellow gets 31%. Wow. He thinks he is the genius number one. Because he doesn't understand 60%, 70%, 90%. So these guys who feel very fulfilled, I have fulfilled my duties to my husband, my wife, my son, my daughter. Rest of the humanity dead, but I am fulfilled. Beautiful. I have kept enough for everybody. Now I can die at your feet. Wonderful. At God's feet. So nice. God must be dying to have you under his feet. Poor thing can't just throw you away because what to do? That is the God's limitations of God. The limitation of man is he can't have everything. The limitation of God is he can't get out of anything. You understand? Poor thing, you have to sympathize. But you don't have to sympathize because he has that. He is infinity, he has infinity. So glory, glory, glory. Abba, read it. Okay. Akrutam Krutam Nasmarati. Next. Such a person, when you are aware of yourself, listen these verses. These last two verses are like icing on the cake. Cherry on the cake. Do jewelry on the matha, what is that? Chudamani. You know, the crown jewel. Okay? Every verse is crown jewel, but this is what to do? Na priyate vandyamanaha. Such a person, na priyate vandyamanaha, nindyamana kupyati. Why these descriptions are given? So that the person who thinks he understands looks at this life through this. Priyamana, na priyate, vandyamanaha na priyate. Vandyamana. Vandya means being worshipped. Being worshipped, recognized, praised, sort of felicitated, appreciated, whatever words you can add, go on and thesaurus bring in and do that. Na priyate, doesn't feel very comfortable. Oh, that's fantastic, thank you. Na priyate. Nindyamana na kupyati. Nindyamana na kupyati. Nindyamana means vilified, scandalized, destroyed, pulled. Everything, the image shattered, whatever, the image being pulled, everything taken away. Nindyamana, hated by people, disrespected. No kupyati. Listen carefully. When somebody comes and flatters, eulogizes, praises, na priyati. Listen, why? Because the person is so much aware of himself as to who he is. Clearly the person sees. When the people are praising, they are praising a particular faculty in him. One aspect of the person. With the same person will find a mistake when see another aspect. You are this and that. For the other person, you should be either this or that. Are you getting that point, please? For you, you are this, you are that. For the other person, either you must be this or you must be that. So whoever likes you for this shall hate you for that. The one who hates you for that shall like you for this. Now what do? Are you this or that? Or you are this and that? I like your body, but your toes, oof. I like you, but your nose, something else. That also you should not say. Why? Suppose somebody has a nose like that, he shall file a case against you. Personal affront. Oh God, you can't say anything in this world today. Eh? Think of it. I like you, but why you have no horses. What type of life? Think, friends. I don't like the fellow. Why? He always speaks only in English. He doesn't eat this, or he doesn't drink. I cannot talk with these frivolous statements. How many you can make? You think for yourself. You don't have to think for yourself. You look at yourself. How many strong likes and dislikes you have? Don't think, please think. I'm not asking you to think how many people are liking you or disliking you. I am not asking you. You shall never know the person like and dislike you. You ask yourself, how many people you like and you dislike because of certain things in them? You have strong likes and dislikes. You have strong likes and strong dislikes. That is because, listen carefully, you do not have a complete acceptance of anybody because you have no complete acceptance of yourself. Only when you have a complete acceptance of yourself, you shall see in a relative world, you have certain weakness from some standpoint, strength from some other standpoint. And the strength and weakness can be interchangeable words. What you can call strength can be the weakness in other person's vision. What you call as the weakness can be strength in another person's vision. You say, riches is my strength. Somebody can say, riches is your weakness. Right or wrong? Somebody can say, job is my strength. My job, my being in the top position, that is my strength. That is your weakness. Why? Because without that job, you are nobody. Youth is my strength. My profession is my strength. That is your weakness. My weakness is, listen, my weakness is, I always like to go into forest, walking into the forest. That can be your strength. Why? When by chance the township is uninhabitable, you have gone into the forest. My weakness is, I like only good things of life. My weakness is, I like only good things of life. That can be your strength. Because suppose you are in a society where only good things are available. Don't say, no, you can't say that. Now, you can go to the, your company has given you a first class ticket. And you are in Emirates flight first class. Air was 380. And you know what a dream it is, right? You pay for it, right? And what type of provision they give you? Right. And but you are a person, you say you have got a weakness for the renunciation. Don't stay there and suffer. If renunciation is your strength, you shall suffer in that first class. If luxury is your strength, enjoy there. But you shall suffer in the very basics. Whereas the person is what? The wise person is what? It will come later on. It doesn't matter whether you are in a crowded city or in a forest next to hers. In the height of luxury or total penury, poverty, it doesn't make any difference. Youth is the height of prosperity. Right or wrong? Tell me, sir. Is there anything better than the youth? The billionaire, the trillionaire will exchange trillions for the youth. Right or wrong? You are a billionaire, 75, 80-year-old, and somebody says, I'll exchange my youth for that. Give me 45 million or 40 billion. You can have my wealth, my youth for 10 years. What shall he say? Take it. Why? The greatest wealth is youth. You know how much we flitter it away? When you are young, you are becoming old, behaving like old. And when you are old, you think, I should have been like young. Stupid, don't waste your time. Think of life, friends. So, Vande Mahanapi, even when the person is respected, worshipped, adored, accepted, the person is not priyate, doesn't feel elevated. Because nobody can recognize the greatness that he is, not he has. Nobody can recognize the immortality, the absolute, the freedom that he is. So when people are worshipping, they are worshipping for a power, for a capacity, that the person can do these things, that the person did not do these things. Oh, he has starved throughout his life, worship him. He's buried himself underground, but 1 month, worship him. He can hold his nose for 3 months, worship him. This is what people worship for. Are they worshipping their image or you? Think. You worship Vishnu. Your mother died. Vishnu floats in the river, you go to Shiva. Something happened, your son did not do well. Shiva is gone. Some other god. All Hindu gods are thrown, then you go to Dargah Sarif or go to Belangani in some church or something like that. That did not work. Communist. Total non-believer. What happened to them? Are you worshipping gods? Even to a person, think. Only when you see yourself who you are, and therefore you recognize the other persons as they are, you shall love them, worship them, respect them for the rest of your life, because you are like that. But when you are looking at others through your certain values, whoever can fit into that, you shall worship. And whoever doesn't fit into that, you don't worship, you don't recognize. Are you getting that point? You don't appreciate. That means what? To be worshipped by you, somebody has to live your life. Are you getting that? This is a very nice Jain story. One day the person goes there, man goes to a Jain monk, and this monk was having a nice class and everything, the meditation class over, then had a nice breakfast, nice food, a nice lunch, and a meeting with people, having a wonderful time. Then evening also there is a dance, some meditation program, dance or whatever it is. Then this person, the other one, the person who had gone there is a very person, the strict religious sense also, and he is telling him, you call yourself a monk? You call yourself a holy man? And then you do this? You are eating this food, you are dancing, you are eating this, you are doing this. Then this man smiled and told him, it is one thing to be holy, and it is another thing to be holy in your eyes. It is one thing to be holy, it is another thing to be holy in your eyes, because you have a checklist. If these fellows have this checklist, so you want to be cheated by people, because you have the moment somebody knows you have a checklist, I can fulfill your checklist and cheat you outright. Right or wrong? So people don't want you to be yourself. And when you come to this class, when you come to this knowledge, when you come to this life, do you come to have a checklist and put other people under examination, or you should have a checklist for yourself? Most people are cursed by this knowledge because they pick up the checklist to put other people into test. Themselves totally out of the orbit. These people, these are the people who call them as fundamentalists, terrorists, because nothing applies to him. Think, friends. When you see people respect, not because who you are, but because what you have, people also disrespect you, not for who you are, not for what you have. But if you know who you are, can you stop loving somebody, stop respecting somebody, stop accepting somebody? Meaning, everybody is wonderful. What is that beautiful verse comes in somewhere that in Sarvam Jagadeva Nandanavanam Sarvevi Kalpadrumaha Samastavari Gangavari Nibaha Punya Samasta Kriya. Sarvam Jagadeva Nandanavanam, the whole universe is a Nandanavana, is a most beautiful garden of this It's a huge, it's a heavenly garden. Sarvepi kalpadruma. Everybody is a kalpadruma. Who is yielding tree? Everybody is blessed. Samastavari gangavari nivaha. All the waters in this universe is nothing but the Ganges water, meaning pure and beautiful. Punya samasta kriya. Every action is punya. Absolutely, it's like a blessing. For whom? Krida pare brahmani. One who is reveling in himself, for him, everything is a blessing. You can't disrespect anyone. You can't hate anybody. Listen carefully, friends. Don't say, no, but practically, I have to, there is no practically. Hatred is impractical. Jealousy is impractical. Listen carefully, friends. Don't say, but in our day-to-day life, in day-to-day life also, you exist or not? If you have weaknesses, how come the other should not have? If you have the, shortcomings, how come the other person doesn't have? You are limitless, but you can't get out of the limitations of your physical body, sense organs. The limitations will not affect the limitlessness, but limitations will continue to be. Are you getting that point, please? Because you are immortal, that does not mean body becomes immortal. Because your happiness absolute, that does not mean there is no discomfort of the heat or the freezing cold. You understand the point? So don't say, in a practical world, certain times you have to be angry. Yes, you have to be angry, but you are not Mr. Anger. Anger can be expressed, love can be expressed, every emotion can be there, but you are not under the spell of any emotion. It is like Shiva. The poison is suspended in the throat, doesn't internalize to kill himself, doesn't throw out to kill others. Wise man. All your emotions, not that you don't have it, you have every emotion. You know what is respect, you know what is disrespect, you know what is relatively right, relatively wrong, relatively good, relatively bad, everything you know. But you don't internalize to destroy yourself, self-condemnation, nor you throw it out for condemning others. Your living is a blessing, you are a blessing, you like it or not. How can you escape such a, think of it, when you are like that, whom shall you hate? If somebody doesn't have to exist in my lifetime for me to be fulfilled, what type of condition I am putting? Think, friends. Everybody has a place. That is why the universe, call it God, call it truth, does listen to your prayer. That this man should disappear, this thing should disappear. Why don't you disappear? Things will be better off. Think. Bandhyamanapi na priyate. Nindamane na kupyati. Bandhyamane na priyate, many people can do. Many people can take being appreciated, but can say, it doesn't matter. But Nindyamane na kupyati romba kashtam. When you are censored, not recognized, not appreciated, what do you feel? You are not recognized, you are not appreciated. What do you say? Waste. Whatever I did was waste. That is because you are a waste, what all you did was a waste. If you enjoyed doing it, can you say it was a waste? Think, if you enjoy doing it, you did it for appreciation, you will be destroyed. If you did it because you enjoyed doing it, you have already got the prize. You already got the reward. Therefore, if Nindyamane, suppose when you are not recognized, you are upset. feel frustrated. Waste. In wisdom there is no such thing. It's a continuous celebration, continuous revelry within himself. All the time, all the time. His life does not depend upon other people's appreciation or not. It's like a cuckoo singing. You say, beautiful. The cuckoo doesn't continue for 1 hour more. You say, why is he all the time doing it? It doesn't stop. It enjoys singing. Same thing in your life. You enjoy living your life. Being with yourself. And you're enjoying, listen carefully. The greatest enjoyment life is what? Being. Not sensing. Thinking. You understand? The greatest enjoyment life is what? Being yourself. Don't say, greatest enjoyment having a Lamborghini or a Bugatti and then hanging around, or with a left front house, or like I was told today, near, near Spain, there is one person, one movie person from Hollywood has purchased a island, 140 acres, beautiful island. But it is neglected. So he wants to build something for 2018, it should be ready. So everybody can come in for ecotourism. So palaces and other things will be built up inside. Beautiful. They will protect it. Definitely nowadays they can protect the environment. But what type of money you have to pay? Only $27,000 for 5 days. 35,000. You know, today they are saying the holidays. If you want to have holidays, you can go for holidays. But you have to pay $27,000 for one night. How do you like it? $5,000 for one night. Anybody interested in enjoy? He says it is very cool place, but the price is hot. Think. So enjoyment does not mean I was in 7-star hotel paying $100,000. That's not enjoyment. They show off. Enjoyment is being. Do you understand that simple statement? Everything the person wants to enjoy, to be with himself. If you are with yourself, you have the enjoyment of the king. You have the entertainment of the royalty. You have the renunciation of the renunciate. You have the indulgence of the indulgent. Unparalleled. Because what all they are dreaming about, you are it. The person wants to be happy, you are the happiness. The person wants to be fulfilled, you are the fulfillment. Is he not? He is, but he is looking for it. That is the difference. Since you are not looking for it, because you are it, therefore in every experience of yours, you are the fulfillment. Therefore, every little experience gains what dimension? Think of it. You can be holding a flower, but it's infinity holding the flower. Is my teacher very nicely, he will tell a very interesting story, because he is a musician, sort of loves music. You appointed a fellow in your house. He was a very good cook. Very good cook. And while cooking, he will sing a little bit. So then, suppose the fellow, somebody listens to guests, come and listen to what is going on. What is our cook, you know, he sing. Now he got into this music and became a very famous musician. Then when he is in the cooking, now he says, who is singing? The musician is cooking. Previously cook was singing. Now when he became famous, the musician is cooking. You are looking for fulfillment. Now fulfilled fellow is experiencing. You are looking for fulfillment in an experience. Now fulfilled fellow is experiencing. What? Anything. Therefore, the top musician now touches the cooking. The musician is playing. The musician is top. So when you are yourself, infinity is singing. Immortality is living. Happiness is searching, looking for experiences. He is not looking for happiness. Are you getting that? Are you looking for happiness or you are looking for experiences? You understand? Because Whatever the other people are looking for through the experiences, you are it. When they know it, they also will be as wonderful as you. So just because looking at it, you don't look down upon them. Why? At one time you were there. Where you were, there they are. And where you are, there they will be. So what is the big deal? That is why it makes it so fantastic. Ninda stuti, ninda stutir, sama ninda stuti, tulya ninda stutir mauni, santushta yena kinchana. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, tulya ninda stuti. Some people come and worship, adore. Some people come and do the all other side, other way, all disrespect, destroy, critical, all that nonsense. Some people worship Krishna, some people say the Shishupala and Jarasandha, they were talking all 108 bad names of Krishna. What fell off from him? So are you that way? So if there is a whisper of a pride because somebody recognizes or worships, or if there is even a hint of depression because somebody told something against, you are not aware of yourself. Because please know, nobody can touch you. They can talk about your role. You are anavadyam, inexplicable. How can anybody talk about you? They can talk about your role. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Where from the words return along with the mind. So which word can hurt me? Which mind can reach me? You understand? So their worship is not worship. They are worshipping their image. Their disdain, their hatred is not for me. That is their own image. There is no self-condemnation, nor you condemn anybody else in this universe. Absolute beauty, purity, innocence. Name it holiness, divinity if you like. Everybody is that. Na udbijati marane jivanena avinandati. Appa. Maranena udbijati. Death comes and stares at him. There is no anxiety. Why? Immortal. Death means not only the death of the physical body, death of an incident, death of a relationship, death of prosperity, death of end of an image, death of any type of things in life. It can be end of a journey, end of your role, poor, anything. End of anything doesn't drag you along with it. You survive. Immortality is the ultimate survivor, right or wrong? Immortality is the ultimate survivor. Nothing can outpace immortality. No plane can outspace the space. No word can outreach the silence. Tasmat maranena udvijati. When things come to an end, you don't begin, you don't end. You are endless, you are beginningless, endless. Tasmat jivanena vinandati. The living, he doesn't crave for it, looking for it. Oh my God, 2 days more, 2 years more. When I have infinite times, 2 days more, 200 years more. If it's there, excellent. Not there, superb. Even while living, you are not alive. Therefore, while dying, you are not dead. Living with the body, you are not alive. Therefore, dying with the body dying, you are not dead. Your sense of being, nobody takes away. This sense of living and dying was coming in relation to I thought. Because body has no sense of living and dying. Are you getting that? Body has no sense of living and dying. Sense organs have no sense of experiencing or not experiencing. Thoughts have no experience of being good or bad, right or wrong. Consciousness illumines it all. I drag living and dying to itself. When this I, you are aware of the meaning of the word I. That to be yourself, you don't need a name like anything in this universe. It doesn't need a name to be. You don't need to name it red for this color to be. Red name is a colorless word. A word is a colorless name. Ooh, permutation, combination. You understand that? Infinity, absolute. You don't know what to do with it. That is why you revel. This is revelry. Vyasane, jivanena abhinandati. And such a person, just finish it up. Just see that, we will see next class. Nadhavati jana kirnam naranyam upashantadi yatha tatha yatra tatra samayeva vadishthate. Nadhavati jana kirnam naranyam upashantadi yatha tatha yatra tatra samayeva vadishthate. Na dhavati jana kirnam, na aranyam upashantadi. Person for whom the upashanta, the buddhi ahankar, I thought. Where no more you need that name to be. Your sense of being does not need a name. Therefore, yatra tatra, wherever it may be, yatha tata, in whatever condition he is, samayeva avatishtade, everywhere same. Jivane marana, jivite marana. Whether it is alive, body is alive or dead. Worshipped, vilified. With everything, with nothing within. Just think of that. Vikshepa, samadhi, doesn't matter. Na aranyam dhavati, na janakirnam dhavati. Neither he runs towards janakirnam, crowded cities, crowded places. He must be surrounded with people. Nor he craves for the isolation of the forest. As much he shines in the isolation, that much he shines in the crowded street. Only outside condition, that is where you make a mistake. You give word by word translation, this is what you do. Jana kirna, it does not mean only outside, crowd and isolation. Your thoughts are crowding. You are not lost. No thought, no craving. Only that happens when you are at comfort with you, at rest with yourself, in spite of the presence of heavy thought, memories flooding, or total isolation. There is no loneliness, nor you feel overwhelmed. Alone in your house, don't you feel overwhelmed by your thought? If you feel, you don't understand. Alone in your house, in your hutment, under a tree, but overwhelmed by your thought. Surrounded by people, husband, wife, child, friends, things, everything, lonely. Understand? When you no more enjoy other people enjoying, you want to run to forest. Because it matches your mood. When your mind is tremendously active, but there is nobody to participate with you, you run to the pub or run to the hotel, 5-star, jumping, dancing, all that. People do that. Why? Because they can't stay alone. The mind is pushing them. That is why, friends, when you go, people want you. When you don't go, nobody looks for you. Ask for yourself. Why is youth so very pricey, so much wanted? Because not that people want you. You have the strength to be where everybody is. When you are not, that strength is gone, nobody comes to you. They know where you are, but nobody reaches there. That is the time what happens? Loneliness sets in life. As long as I was young and strong, people are wanting you. Really? The sad statement is, as long as you are young and strong, you thought, you had a sense of confidence that people will want you. Now you hate yourself, therefore you don't think anybody will want you. You hate your own company, therefore you think everybody will be hating you. When you are always at home with yourself, in all the thoughts, no thought. The memories don't overwhelm you. Absence of thought doesn't bring in loneliness. Surrounded by people, you don't feel alone, lonely. Alone, you don't feel left out. Wow. Beautiful verses, coming to an end. Next class, what? At last 5 verses are there. Frustration. You are falling in love with the books, camps, classes, studies. You are not a camp, you are not a class, you are not a book, you are not a study, you are not a verse, you are not an explanation, you are not an idea. All these things celebrate your presence. Therefore they are celebrating my presence, fantastic. They are not there, I am the celebration itself. Samayeva avadishta. Mahadeva, how much to say? Think, friends, see this. The absolute freedom within yourself. ASHTAVAKRA says that to Janaka. Next verses we shall begin, we shall see this a little more, and then next verses, Janaka says, yes, how true you are. Why? When he says, O Lord, how true you are. But the scripture, how wonderful it is. You know what does it mean? How wonderful I am. Because only when you see the greatness of your own being, then happiness that self that you are, naturally therefore you shall recognize the greatness of the Guru, the greatness of the tradition. Oh Guru, oh Guru, oh Shastra, oh Shastra. What a tradition, what a teacher. Why? The teacher doesn't hang on, piggyback, doesn't let him go. Even if you want to drag the fellow, say no. Understand? Scripture is so beautiful. So you are with yourself. Now Janaka will tell his experiences. Yes, how true we are. Because you see the truth in yourself. You see, in the next class, close your eyes.